Music Maker guitar video. I'm playing my Warmoth Telecaster again. I know I usually play my 335 on Thursdays, but just loving my new pickups. What can I say? But that said, I wanted to go over some ways. People talk a lot about like playing out in some of their videos, and I like to talk about a way that I do this, and it's actually like not really playing out that much. It's more just playing in, but with kind of a funky, weird tonality and scale. So as far as I see it, there's like two, or maybe you can think of it as three different kinds of like symmetrical scales. And these symmetrical scales can both be kind of used, I think, to outline part of like a major chord. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. So if you hear me do something and you want me to break that specifically down, please leave me a comment, let me know. Also like and subscribe so you get all the latest videos, you know, because if I break something down, you don't want to miss it. But that said, yeah, if you need me to break something down, just let me know. But I'm going to kind of go over the ways that I relate these symmetrical scales just in the key of A, because, you know, I've been out on a lot of things, a lot of jam sessions, and so many times, even with great players, just like, let's just like warm up, let's jam an A. And that's the time I find where you can really stretch out, and if you stretch out in the right way, you can kind of make connections with people, especially when there's like great players around that speak the same language. It kind of lets them know like that you do that too, and you can handle it if they bring it towards you. So that's kind of a cool thing. But that said, I'll go over the easier one first. It's what we call a whole tone scale. A whole tone scale just means every note is 2 frets away from the next note in the scale. Every note is a whole tone away from the next. So I could play that on one string just by doing like 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's an octave of that scale. The way I like to play it, kind of, there's 2 ways that I really like to utilize it when I'm soloing or just kind of blowing a little bit. And that way is like crossing strings. So I'll do one in, we'll stay in A, why not, right? So if I start on A, play 3 notes on that first string, then move up 1 fret, play 3 more notes. Right? Then when we get to G and B strings, I can only do, like if I play this, I'm going to play the same note. So I skip this stretch on the 3rd string. You can also do like this, like that. But for me, I find it's a little more even. Right? So going down, it's 5, 7, 9, next string, 6, 8, 10, next string, 7, 9, 11, next string, 8, 10, next string, 8, 10, 12, next string, 9, 11, 13, and then backwards. Up. The other way that I like to do this is just moving up the neck. So I like to do like maybe starting on A. And just same shape. 2, 4, 2nd string, 2, 4. So that's taking that position where it was repeating the note. But I really like that you can kind of come up with these shapes like that. That's all kind of available just on those 2 strings. So I like to do like, and then from fret 4, then from fret 6, fret 8, you can see what I mean, every other fret. So if you can go all the way through, that gives you a lot to play with. And then when you play with a backing track, tie it in a pentatonic scale. solidity in there. So that way there's like some push and some pull. Like you're playing out of key and then you tie that back into pentatonic scale, then you're in key. That's, I think, like something that people, they want to play out and then they forget, like, out is just a point of reference to in. You know what I mean? So, like, if something sounds good, a lot of the time, like, there's no point in playing out for a lot of the guitar players that I hear to do it. It's like, you already sounded good, like, why are you trying to do that? Other than just maybe trying to learn it. Like, that's practice and that'll get you somewhere. But I think, like, a lot of the time, people just approach it as, I'm just going to play out because I can just play random notes and it'll work. And that's just, man, it's not the case. It has to be a melody. It has to be something that you feel. Otherwise, it's not going to translate to those of us who are listening. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be an in-key melody, but it does have to be a melody, like something that you find singable and doable for you, you know? And if you don't do that, it's just not organic. Does that mean that you should always keep all your music simple and, like, when you practice, don't challenge yourself? Absolutely not. But, like, 9 times out of 10 when I see guitar players performing and then they just go, oh, I'm just playing out, it was, like, either a mistake or they're, like, just trying to actually do random things and make it work. And it's never productive, you know, to just try and make random things work. Like, take something that's an idea, and if you're not sure that it works, and try it, that's cool, you know, that's one thing. But, like, this is a way to at least organize it a little bit, you know, just take this augmented scale. A is the root still, you know what I mean? So if you take A as your root, then it works really, really nice. The other symmetrical scale that I love to use is it's called whole half scale. Some people call it diminished scale. You can also reverse the order of those, play half whole. But for me, honestly, just learning the whole half version has gotten me through a lot of stuff. So I'm going to outline that. Again, playing in the key of A. I like to play this just using the top 4 strings. So I start on a flat 7 in A. So fret 5, and then what we're doing is a finger pattern. It's 1, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 4. Then that repeats 1, 3, 4 again. Then 1, 2, 4. If you're looking at frets, 5, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 6, 8. Just top 4 strings. You can learn that on the other strings too, but I find it's just not symmetrical. It's not as easy. A lot of time when you're soloing, you only want that far anyway. So for now, I would recommend most people just stick there so you don't get kind of lost in it, because being symmetrical, it can kind of take you to a few different places, and if you don't organize it a little bit, again, like, it's really easy to just get overwhelmed by it. So this being symmetrical, if you add a whole step plus a half step, you get 3 frets. So if you move this whole thing, you end up with all the same notes. Something I learned from listening to a lot of Alan Holdsworth is that he would use these and just spread them. So something that's a really simple Alan Holdsworth-ism, maybe, would be like skipping strings. So, and actually skipping the middle notes too. So you can do like first finger pinky on the D string and then flip to the B string. So then I'm doing the same thing, and if I were to use that in context, Kenny too. Anyways, I hope that was really helpful for you guys today. If you do have any questions or you want me to break down something specific from this, please do let me know. But those are two that you can use, and if you know just basic pentatonic scale and you know how to apply those just to the key of A, there's just so much, let's call it fuel in the tank that you're able to get with playing out. There are more ways and other philosophies on playing outside of the key, and if you have questions about those, I'm happy to do another video on that. But I thought for today, this one would be a really cool one. I had a student in a lesson that was covering it, and there's just some really cool music that you can get out of this stuff, so I thought it would be great to do that for today's theory lesson. Please do let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and visit my website if you want to learn any of this stuff a little bit more in depth. I do have videos for all of these, much more in-depth videos for all of these up there. So go there, learn it, and I'll see you in the next one.